And with
well, guys,
he's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Porter. Jokic is out there with Gordon. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Morris in at the point guard position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points on the ballgame. High post try, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Here is Porter, following the score by Damian Lillard. Floats it up for Jokic. Porter passes to Jokic. Shoots over Hollis-Jefferson. Jokic, no good. Covington down low. Defended by Gordon. Lillard outside. Throws it up high. Hollis-Jefferson in the post. He's against Jokic. Hollis-Jefferson can't hit. Down low. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Morris.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Lillard dishes to Covington. Back to Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic. To the middle. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard from outside. Kept alive.
He plays with so much heart, McCollum. I mean, is constantly battling on the court. This time, it's on the glass.
Morris outside. And the pass to Jokic. Nurkic trying to get open. And that one's good. Jokic. Jokic has got 6. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Morris against Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You better respect the interior game a little bit. He gets deep inside. He forces the defense to hit him.
The Trailblazers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Derek Jones in for Robert Covington. And then for Denver, Paul Millsap is checked in for JaVale McGee. Rivers comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Harrison in for Monte Morris. He gets that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Denver in the lead. Pass to Jokic. Stolen by McCollum. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Count that one. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And it almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Inside, and Jokic throws it down.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Now here's Lillard. Not a lot of room. Pass to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. Over Harrison. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 8 points.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Harrison passes to Jokic. 6 feet out. And again, it's Denver.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. 4-point game. And Lillard throws it down.
Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
For Denver, they've gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Millsap with the drive, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Hey, yo, right here.
Lillard outside. To the paint. Here's Cantor. And it's Denver with the rebound.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
And Jokic throws it down.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still as competitive.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
So on the floor for Denver, Paul Millsap out there with JaMychal Green. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Harrison in at the 1. Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Rivers against Powell. Here's Jokic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
Here's Simons. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Well, and in terms of size, that's a mismatch he'll exploit every time, especially inside.
Powell against Rivers. Powell, that's good.
And he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Feeds to Anthony. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now just a 4-point Nugget lead.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Millsap finds Rivers. Here's Harrison. The Nuggets moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. from downtown. That shot off the mark. And it's Portland the other way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Ball, he's checked in for Denver. To the inside, Anthony. Nice move. And he sinks the layup. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's 1:54 left in the first half. Millsap down low. Defended by Jones. Millsap misses.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on this team.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Kicks it out to McCollum.
Get through.
There's the three. Green with the rebound.
And Simons a bit undersized at that two-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural two with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Here's Lillard. And they call the foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist from Covington. McCollum's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers. Morris against Lillard. And contact on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Lillard gets double teamed. Stolen by Gordon. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Covington sends it back. They retain possession. And McGee kicks to Porter. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Porter's got his first bucket in this one. And that'll do it for the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Some incredible work in this one by Nikola Jokic. He had 16 points, 3 rebounds, and that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Covington in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
To the middle, here's McGee, and he banks in the layup.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops. Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and lead. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
And now, here comes Gordon leading the break, and finished off by Porter.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Morris against Lillard. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oops, GA, that nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot blocking abilities when he times it up.
And the dunk by Covington.
The impressive reach on display. Covington has a strong feel for when he has to go for the alley-oop.
Morris looking over the floor. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Passes to McCollum. Fires for 3. That shot, no good. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. The lead is 2. McGee trying to break free. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lillard against Morris. Jokic with the steal. Down low, and it's McGee with the jam.
Well, you see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. McCollum outside. Lays it up off the glass. McCollum's got 6. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Powell against Rivers, and then Rivers with the dunk.
This is how you run the pick and roll. Rivers just knows how to break down a defense.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
.122 left in the third quarter. Rivers looking over the floor. Here's Bull. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Rivers lays it up and banks it in. Rivers has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
32 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Powell. It's blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Here's Powell. Puts it up off the inbound and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. That one is on Bolt. The Trailblazers have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts, and he makes both free throws.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Rivers with it. Inside, and there's Green on the assist by Rivers. Rivers has got his 4th assist in this one.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Simons, and it's blocked. Got it off in time. No good that time. And so it's Denver going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball in. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Denver will start the 4th quarter with. They've got Morris. Jermichael Green is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Gordon, and it's Porter in at the 2 guard. And the 3 off target. Trailblazers trail by 10. Oh, McCollum in position. He's off on that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
And it's Gordon missing. The Trailblazers shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. And the basket by Jones.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
To the inside, Millsap. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Millsap's got the lead, back up to 10 now for the Nuggets. Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Simons, the pass to McCollum. He wants to get to Millsap and does. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Denver making a switch here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Gordon. Jokic comes in for Jermichael Green. Rivers, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Harrison in for Monte Moore. McGee with the block.
And when we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. Lillard misses.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup, that'll get the whole team pumped up.
Harrison kicks to Millsap. And again, Denver no good. Trailblazers trail by 10. And a wide open look for McCollum. Hits the three-point bomb.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Here's Harrison. The pass to McGee. Millsap with it. Hollis Jefferson's there. 4 on the clock. Harrison passes to Millsap. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. A different look for Denver. Gordon's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Rivers. And Monte Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Porter finds Gordon, and the wide open shot from Morris drills the three-pointer. Morris has got the lead up to 10 now for Denver.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, D-like, that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. He's still hot. Now he is 9 of 10.
And this is why Jokic is an all-star, all-NBA caliber talent, because of his ability to dominate in an effortless fashion.
Hollis Jefferson kicks to Nurkic. Nobody near Lillard. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 20.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Morris outside. Pass to Jokic. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
Harrison's checked in for Denver. Porter, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 9. Cullen passes to Hollis Jefferson.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but hasn't been successful.
Porter kicks to Harrison. Pass to Jokic. Got a piece of it. Nurkic with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Lillard with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. McCollum outside. To the middle. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Just 5 on the clock. Powell for 3. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't. Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Lillard from outside. It's JaVale McGee with the rebound. Right side, Porter. And Jokic slams it in.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
So the Nuggets win it, and in the win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Hyundai Hollis Jefferson out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Beverly in at the 1. Lets it fly from 18. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Outside for George. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. That shot off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's McCollum. Good on the shot.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Leonard looking around. Zubats, great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Now Lillard. McCollum outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Here's Lillard. Morris with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Now here's Leonard. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Can't hit from the elbow.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Pass to Leonard. The second chance effort, and the shot goes in. Leonard's got his second basket.
The offensive versatility of Kawhi, able to rise up and hit the jumper there with confidence.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Nurkic, an easy 2 points on the layup.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And here's George. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Leonard finds Beverly from the arc. And it's Leonard missing.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now, here's George. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And Jones subbed in for Robert Covington. And there's the pass to McCollum. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Cantor. Off on the layup. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Lets it go with a three. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he stays so grounded.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from a tough.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, they've got Derek Jones. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Passes it to Kennard. Wide open. And no good that time. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Kanter, excellent with that read.
Pass to Cousins. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And he's good on the 3 ball. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. McCollum trying to get open. Missed inside. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Kennard for 3. Unable to get that one. Now Portland takes it the other way.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Clippers with the ball. Portland making their last shot. Now the pass to Kennard. Plenty of space. And Kanter pulls it down.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And Melo, a skilled shooter, if he gets a clean look, you expect him to make it.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Back to Kennard. Cousins inside. He's covered by Kanter. 5 on the clock. The 19-foot shot, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Kennard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Extremely fluid on the offensive end. Kennard can score in just about any situation.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. From past the arc. Here's Anthony. Kicks it out to McCollum. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Clippers.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Batum with the ball. Kanter covering. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derek Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Kanter. Anthony's got 8 points.
A beautiful pass to lead his teammate right to the hoop.
58 seconds left here in the second. Jackson looking it over. Pass to George. The 3. Drains the 3-pointer.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammate. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Powell. Anthony on the wing. Shoots over Batum. The shot by Anthony, no good.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for Portland. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. And that's a...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
They've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
It's stolen by Morris. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 3. Outside Leonard. Nurkic with it. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. To the paint, here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George. Morris has got his second bucket.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
Morris against Lillard. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Now the Clippers moving it up. Beverly dishes to George. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. There's Hollis Jefferson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Hollis Jefferson's got the lead up to 5 now for Portland.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Leonard on the wing. A 3-ball. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Feeds to Lillard. It's tipped. Here's Zubac. And the basket is good.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Now Lillard. He has 5. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Count that one. Lillard's got the lead back up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Puts up a 3. The Clippers rebound. Bounce pass from Beverly. Morris finds Beverly. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The 3-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's George after the Trailblazers pick up 2.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well-versed in finishing above the rim.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 7. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
and there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Count it. George has got 4 this quarter.
He has a deadly combination of length and skill. Paul can beat the defense time and time again.
Lillard scanning the floor. Kicks it to McCollum. Back to Lillard from deep. That shot off, and the Clippers will go the other way with it.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was... Okay. Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lillard against George. Lillard outside. And he makes that one.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
McCollum against George. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half, more effort as well, and their offense starting to show signs of life.
Here's Lillard. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
And we've reached the end of the third. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Here's Simons, and on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's...
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Outside Jackson. Back to Kennard. Fires from deep. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
At the top of the key, Powell. And Cousins comes over to help. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Left side, Jones. Pass to Simons. Shot clock at 5. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Kennard, the pass to Batum. From past the arc, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Kennard.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
Here's Simons. That one good for 2. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Now the feed to Cousins. Another shot. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter. Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And then for the Trailblazers, McCollum's checked in for Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Kennard up top. He's guarded by McCollum. Jackson passes to Kennard. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Anthony. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Teron Lue's huddle.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
2. And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Clippers making a change here. Cousins is checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Harry Giles. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And, you know, Kanter can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Beverly dishes to Leonard.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. McCollum against Beverly. It's McCollum with the drive. Count that bucket.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Clippers trail by 5. Outside, George. There's 1:54 left in the game. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Lillard outside. The pass to Kanter. .131 left in the fourth quarter of this one, and a missed layup. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now just a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court, and then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Lillard outside. Outside, Covington. Poke loose. It's off his leg. And it's whistled a kick. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Covington against Leonard. To take the lead. It counts.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Clippers call time here. They're up by 1. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots, and also finishing strong.
Here's McCollum. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside, George. Just 5 on the clock. Nice open look, but it's no good. One-on-one fast break. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
And you talk about coming through at the most crucial moment. What a job to tie this thing up.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Here we go.
And it's going to be the Trailblazers off the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Anthony, and it's Jones in at the small forward position.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Jones with it. George picks him up. McCollum against Leonard. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
It's George on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's Leonard. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a switch here also for Portland. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Well, as we saw, 4 quarters not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 6. And there it is for him.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Beverly against Lillard. Beverly, the pass to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And he commits the intentional foul. Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. And here's Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Passes to Zubac. Stolen by Cantor. And now Portland on the break. And the dunk by Powell.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. George hacks a two-pointer. No good off the back of the rim. And here's Portland. Now here's Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. High post, Nurkic working on Zubac. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Jones. Lillard against George. And George gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Powell. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
Right side, Jones. Lillard way outside. Offline. And so it's Portland winning this one. And thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. The city of Denver is in. Allison.
Well, Kevin, and
Thanks, David. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. And the Clippers starting five. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the three. And for the Nuggets, Green is out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Gordon in at the 3, the small forward. And Morris throws it down.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Now here's Leonard. And then jammed down as he goes right over Jokic.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Porter against George. The drive by Jokic. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
George passes to Leonard. Now Zubac. Back to Leonard. Green with the block. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Jokic and a wide open look for Porter. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And shots like this are why people are just so high on Porter. Has such a quick release on that jumper.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Beverly. Gordon against Leonard. 5 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You see, you can't be too physical with Marcus Morris. This guy is so strong, and he's so good at drawing the foul.
And Morris drops them both. Nuggets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Morris against Beverly. Gordon inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Zubac kicks to George. There's the dish to Leonard. Back to George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Misses the 3.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
Morris against Beverly. Morris into the lane. Outside Porter. Shot on the wing. And again, Denver no good.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Beverly finds Morris. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. The pass to Zubac. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Gordon, the pass to Green. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's Leonard. Back to George. Leonard looking over the floor. That one falls.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Jokic. Passes it to Green. And here's Jokic. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Beverly, the pass to George. Right side, Leonard. Six on the shot clock. Over Gordon. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Leonard's got 6.
Well, we know this about Kawhi Leonard. He can score at all 3 levels, taking advantage of the mid-range game there.
Porter kicks to Morris. Back to Porter. And here's Jokic. Shoots over Zubats. Off target with the jump hook. It's all tied in Denver. We'll get things started in the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the 3. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Over Rivers. Up again. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. Denver in the lead. Outside Millsap. McGee, the pass to Bull. Basket good. Bull's got his first points in this one.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Outside Batum. Jackson finds Kennard. Back to Jackson. Right side Batum. And the Clippers miss again. The Nuggets leading by 4. Harrison passes to Rivers. Launches it. A shot that time, not on target. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Cousins. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Harrison passes to McGee. Back to Harrison. Here's the 3. Denver the rebound. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And then Cousins with the dunk.
This is what keeps Cousins' percentages up. The gimmies. My goodness.
Now Rivers. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kicks it to McGee. He lobs it up. Pass to Bull. Second shot opportunity. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Kennard. It's good. This game is all even. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Now here's Batum. Jackson finds George. Here's Kennard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A shot by Batum, no good. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Bull. Porter comes in for Rivers. And Monte Morris subbed in for Harrison. Now, here is Morris. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Porter against George. Outside Leonard. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Jokic fades. That one drops for him. Jokic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
And they continue to control the glass.
And George, here we go. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
He throw good, Paul George. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Morris looking over the floor. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Nuggets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And the technical free throw is good. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Cole comes in for Aaron Gordon. Rivers, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Harrison in for Monte Morris.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Ball. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
From deep, George. And the Clippers miss again. The Nuggets leading by 7. And here's Green outside. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. And Los Angeles guys shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Here's Rivers. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Harrison passes to McGee. Nice D from Cousins.
Boy, this guy is a good...
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the show.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on... And that should...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
We've got Green. Monte Morris is out there with Porter. Then there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Outside for George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Morris dishes to George. And yes, it's good. George has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Clippers.
Well, Paul George is not just a gifted perimeter shooter. That touch on the interior is impressive.
Jokic finds Porter. Back to Jokic. Right side, Green. Moves back up. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 10.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. George passes to Beverley. Back to George. Over Morris. And it's George missing.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
It's stolen by Morris. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Don't sleep on Paul George's verticality. How nice was that finish?
Morris with the ball. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Now here's Jackson. D right on him. Pass to Kennard for the tie. Rebound by the Nuggets. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Harrison, guarded by Jackson. Shoots. That one's not going to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Outside for Batum. Outside Jackson. Batum scanning the floor. There's the pass to Kennard. From about 19 feet. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got his 4th rebound in this one. From outside the arc. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's McGee with the jam.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Hits the target from 18 feet.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Harrison. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Rivers kicks to McGee. Here's Bull. It's deflected. And they're moving it up. Back to Kennard for the tie. They get it again. Pass to Jackson. Inside. Tries again. Outside, Batum. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Millsap. Back to McGee. And stolen by Patterson. Down low. Batum passes to Kennard. And it's blocked.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
Harrison scanning the floor. Back to McGee. Pass to Harrison. Goes up from the top of the key. Second chance shot. And the layup good by McGee. McGee's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nuggets ahead, leading by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Jackson. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 spot. And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Denver leading by 3. Morris outside. Pass to Green. At the top of the key, Gordon. On the wing, Morris. Dishes it to Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Back to Kennard. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Green.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard
in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Offensive rebound. Jokic. There's Porter with the three. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Porter's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets. Outside Jackson. To the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, even though Cousins has increased his range over the years, you still love when he imposes his will on the inside.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And there's the pass to Bull. Rivers against George. Rivers bounce pass. Now, here's Bull. Defense right on him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
That's good from McGee. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Morris. He's off on the second. Clippers trail by 7. And here's the break. Zubac with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. And a deep 3 from George. And it's Denver with the rebound. McGee has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Millsap finds Rivers. Right side Millsap. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
With a solid mid-range shot, Millsap's game does so much more for his team's spacing.
Rivers against George. Beverly, the pass to George. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. 8 points for Paul George.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
For 3, Millsap. And McGee kicks to Rivers. Back to McGee. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Bull. And the rejection by Zubac.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that stretches their lead to 8. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Passes it to Beverly. Back to George. Lets it go with the 3. George missing again.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And again, Denver no good. Clippers trail by 8. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
1:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Harrison passes to Millsap. He kicks it to Rivers. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. McGee's shot is off. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. It's good! And now they trail by just 4.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Harrison kicks to Rivers. Pass to Bull. Rivers surveying the D. Outside for Millsap. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Here's Beverly. Count it!
Terrific activity from Paul George. Sticks his long arms in and mucks up the passing lanes.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough deep.
Here's Harrison. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. The score knotted at 38. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And these teams have battled tooth and nail before quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. So the Nuggets win the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Porter. Gordon out there with JaMychal Green. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Morris in at the point. The deep three from George. Offensive rebound. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
Well, just great work by DeMarcus Cousins. Persistence, great scoring ability, and that's how you manufacture points.
Morris into the lane. Green banked in off the glass. Green's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Cousins. 6 to shoot. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Clippers lead by 2.
DeMarcus Cousins leaves no doubt in a big moment. Big-time play.
On the wing, Morris. Defended by Beverly. Jokic inside. Working on Zubac. Jokic with the bucket. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Now the pass to Leonard. Back to George. Fires the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Morris outside. Kicks to Green. Passes it to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
In order to space the floor effectively for his teammates, he has to finish that one, guys.
Nobody near Leonard. A second chance effort. Pass to George. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Jokic finds Porter. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Green breaking loose. And it's Jokic missing. Zubac the pass to George. Outside Leonard. Back to George. So the Clippers with the win. They escape with... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Giles, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Porter in at the 2 spot.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Here's Morris. The Blazers getting the bucket. Porter with it. It's tipped. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Covington with the ball. And the shot is good.
So smart in these situations. Love how Covington often picks the correct route to run. And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Now here is Morris. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Lillard looking around. Nurkic can't hit. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's Lillard following the score by Aaron Gordon. Here's Giles. Kicks it out to Covington. McCollum outside. Just 5 to shoot. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by McCollum.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Morris finds Jokic. Again, the Nuggets score.
Yeah, that's not a chance that Jokic is going to mess up. He's too good around the rim.
Trailblazers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Lillard against Morris. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, stolen by McGee. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And finished off by Porter.
Amazing how much the offense has changed around the center position and the way Jokic can see the floor.
Lillard against Morris. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The Blazers getting the bucket. And that one's good. Jokic. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Lillard left side. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 5.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Morris kicks to Jokic. Morris inside. Covered by Lillard. And Jokic throws it down.
Jokic on an alley-oop. Sweet.
Morris against Lillard. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. Jokic, and he uses the glass on the layup. 8 points for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Lillard outside. Pass to Giles. To the middle. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Morris against Lillard. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
15 seconds left to play here in the first. Jokic with the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Simons. 4 seconds left. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Portland out in front, leading. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Anthony is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Portland grabs the miss. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Denver making a switch here. Bulls check in. Here's Anthony. Doesn't go that time.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Bull, the pass to Rivers. To the inside. And it's Bull that time on the assist by Rivers. Bull's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nuggets. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Pass to Powell. And Kanter now top the key. Powell the pass to Kanter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The former Turkish star and 3rd overall pick in the 2011 draft. Kanter is still trying to become a dominant force at the NBA level.
A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Powell. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 1. Passes it to Harrison. And the pass to Bull. Back to Harrison. No good that time. And it's Portland the other way. Down low. Anthony with the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Felt like the whole team knew they were going to get out into transition. And Melo takes full advantage.
Harrison passes to Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Aaron Gordon comes in for Jermichael Green. Porter's checked in for Austin Rivers. And Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. Pass to Simons. And it's Anthony at the elbow. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
How about that hard-nosed D in the paint right there? Nice job.
Yeah, he cut off every angle and then got his body on him. That's a Warriors effort.
Porter with the steal. Knocked away. Simons the pass to Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there. Gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
Morris outside. Out to the wing. McGee dishes to Morris. And he gets it to go.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Simons surveying the D. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Pass to Simons. Over Millsap. And it's Simons missing.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Gordon kicks to Millsap. Porter against Anthony. The 9-foot shot. And again, it's Denver.
Well, you overreact to Paul Millsap. Good job of him staying patient and then finding one of his open teammates.
Here's Simons. Passes to Pop. And it's blocked by Gordon. On the wing, Morris. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Portland trailing here. Lillard outside. 27 seconds left to play in the first half. The pass to Giles. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And that'll be 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Covington finds Lillard with 4 seconds on the clock, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the first quarter. Was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds. And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, Jokic is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Morris in at the point. Here's Lillard. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Gordon, the pass to Jokic, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in.
Wow, Millsap not known for his dunking, but the anchor man getting up high on that one.
To the paint, and finished off by Nurkic.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
And Porter, here we go. Millsap has the open look. Off target from outside. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Jokic. JaMychal Green comes in for Aaron Gordon. Rivers, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Harrison in for Morris. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Giles. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for McCollum. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Melo powering his way through the defense down there. He's used to that kind of contact throughout his career.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Powell, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Rivers kicks to Harrison. Clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Here's Millsap. Portland grabs the miss. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Here's Rivers. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Anthony. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Powell.
Hustle play for Millsap as the shot was going up, not making that one easy.
Here's Green. And Jones pulls it down. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. A 2-point game. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
54 seconds left to play in the third. Harrison scanning the floor. The dish to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Here's Simons. And foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. Aaron Gordon comes in for Green. And it's Michael Porter in for Rivers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Powell. The shot by Harrison, no good. Trailblazers leading by 4. It's McCollum with the drive. And it's in there. And it's 9 points for C.J. McCollum.
I'm not bothered by getting hit on that play, probably because C.J. is capable in the air to make an adjustment.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Here's McGee. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Covington in at the small forward position.
One thing about Porter Jr. you talk about is consistency, and that is just not on the floor. It's about his health and availability to his team so he can show off the multi-talented game he does have.
Morris outside. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Trailblazers leading by 4. McCollum kicks to Covington. Porter against McCollum. Lets it go from deep. That shot misses. And Denver the other way now. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Outside Porter. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's McCollum. Good work there as it goes. McCollum's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Morris finds McGee. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Lillard attacking. Here's Giles. Kicks it out to Lillard. Another shot. And the layup is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Morris passes to Gordon. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Now here's McCollum. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Morris outside. And there's the feed to McGee. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and there's another turnover by the Nuggets.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver. And a switch here also for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Now Lillard. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And Lillard throws it down.
Lillard producing right now and finding ways to torch this defense, just filling up the stat sheet.
Morris into the lane. Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Lillard left side. Hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 11 in the second half. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number one. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Here's what Denver's going with right now. Bowl, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Green in for Morris. 4 on the shot clock. Lillard from outside. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kanter finds McCollum. Lillard outside. They get the rebound.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Well, the versatility of this young stud, Jokic, is just ridiculous. Shoots threes, posts up, put the ball on the floor. Did I mention passing?
And stolen by Bull.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. On the wing, Jones. Millsap covering. McCollum outside. Over Gordon. But they recover it. Kicks it out to McCollum. Tries again. The bucket's good.
Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get it.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Saturday afternoon, and nothing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at point. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hyundai Hollis Jefferson out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Now here's McCollum. Just 4 to shoot. It's deflected. Stolen by Zubac. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And Morris throws it down.
And Morris really rises up for these jams, leaving no mistake as he finishes with authority.
Lillard with it. Leonard picks him up. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard surveying the D. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's McCollum after the Clippers pick up 2. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Lillard.
And that's why he's one of the best two-way wings out there. George will lock you down on D, and it takes a very special effort to get off a clean shot against him.
Here's Morris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Morris has got his second basket of the game. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
The Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. It's good from long range.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Carmelo Anthony in for Robert Covington. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in. Here's Kanter. Anthony, and staying with the play, Anthony.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Well, now that they have that monkey off their back, hopefully they can settle down and execute.
Now, here is George. Outside Jackson. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching. And I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s. But I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
Oh, I love to see the bigs who run the floor on fast breaks. Kanter typically plays with a high activity level.
Now the pass to Zubac. Dishes to Leonard. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Lillard finds McCollum. There's Hollis Jefferson. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Morris passes to Jackson. pass to Leonard. Now George. Pass to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. No good from Zubac.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Here's Anthony. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call for the Trailblazers. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. And it's Batum in for Morris. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson against Lillard. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Lillard up top. Passes it to Nurkic. Gets it off, and so it's Los Angeles in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And before the game,
What we've learned is staying together.
and Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
But yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
They've got Powell. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game. And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Kennard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
It's Kennard's ability to create that sets him apart. I mean, gets inside, finds himself a shot.
And there's the pass to Powell. Lobs it up for Anthony. The shot misses. Los Angeles leading by 8.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. He looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Simons following the basket by Nicholas Batum. And it's Simons missing.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Lillard's checked in for Norman Powell. Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Jackson.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
And here are the Clippers now. Portland making their last shot. Kennard's shot is off. Stolen. Batum dishes to Patterson. Back to Batum. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Jones is running. Lobs it up for Anthony. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now, here's Kennard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Clock at 4. Shot from the wing. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Kennard's got 6.
Nice touch from Kennard. I mean, a lethal mid-range shooter. When given the chance to let it fly.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Simons, the pass to Anthony. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Pass to Cousins. 1:14 left to play here in the second quarter. And Beverly kicks to Cousins. Here's Mann, defended by Jones. Beverly for 3. Rebounded by Anthony. Trailblazers trail by 8. Unloads from 9. Jones. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's stolen by Jones. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
We got 33 seconds left in the first half. Kennard's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Jones, no luck.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Here's Batum. Portland grabs the miss. Ball's knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. .11 seconds left now here in the second. Here is Lillard. McCollum outside. There's the triple. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Oh, and that's just a great...
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what was your impression?
Well, it's easy to...
That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that, more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
On the clock, and the wide open shot from Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got 5 points now this quarter. Lillard with it. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to, but this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that, I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Patterson comes in for Ivica Zubats. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Now, here is Morris. 9 points in the game so far. Leonard kicks to George. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. George has got 7.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
Lillard against George. Steps back and shoots. Second shot opportunity. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep three-point range. Portland again missing.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Count it. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Lillard. No good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
The defense has done a good job of...
Oh, that was something else.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Now here's Lillard. He kicks it to Nurkic. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, I love Nurkic's shot selection. I mean, outstanding at getting to his spots and converting.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Patterson. On the wing, George. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. George has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. Lillard way outside. Offline with his 3.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Patterson passes to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Hollis Jefferson, good.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. A good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Outside Jackson. Back to George. Good D by McCollum.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that anyway.
Portland moving the ball around. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 12. Feeds it to Patterson. And he lays it straight in.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Lillard from outside. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the 3 or risk the blow-by.
Here's George, and so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Well, known for his unique personality, Kanter also remains a solid role player, someone his teammates enjoy playing with.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Now, here's Kennard. From deep. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 5 rebounds tonight. That's a 2 from Powell. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Now, here's Kennard. Kicks it to Cousins. Back to Kennard. Pass to man. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Trailblazers now. Here's Kennard. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Tells you a little something about their teams. They've been able to pull in front despite his troubles tonight.
Tips it. And the rejection by Cousins.
And the defensive Cousins making his presence known with the quick leaping ability which he uses to block shots.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now, here's Cousins. Tries it from 9. Jackson finds Cousins.
Nice contest by Cantor this time. This is a portion of his game he's improved on. Effort on D.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Batum. Here's Kennard. And Jones pulls it down.
Now, he hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Simons gets the three-pointer to fall. Simons has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now Beverly. And the pass to man. Kennard up top. Floats it up for Cousins. Stolen by Cantor. And now they decide to foul intentionally. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. So for the Trailblazers, Hollis Jefferson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Robert Covington subbed in for Derek Jones. Los Angeles leading by 5. Beverly the pass to Zubats. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Leonard, and he goes big with the dunk right over. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Off target with the free throw line, James. And then Lillard slams it in.
Gotta admire the passion Lillard plays with. He knows he loves having the ball in his hands.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the fourth. And George, here we go. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots. Now
here's Lillard. And 1:01 left in the fourth. Floats it up there for Nurkic. That shot missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
And busting it up the floor, Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Here's Beverly. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Leonard. And the shot goes down. And now a 9-point Clipper lead.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling. And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. They've led by as many as 14 points. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got the fast break chance. Offensive rebound.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. You've got Gordon. JaVale McGee is out there with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Porter in at the 2. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. Porter passes to Morris. And that one, good. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well to reserve.
And the slam dunk by McGee.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
George against Porter. And George kicks to Leonard. Beverly the pass to George.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
What an impressive arsenal from Jokic knocking down these shots. He's a threat to score from anywhere.
George passes to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Morris kicks to Jokic. Back to Morris. Passes it to Jokic. Over Morris. And it's Denver scoring again.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Pass to Beverly. Back to George. Beverly against Morris. Beverly dishes to Morris. Bucket is good.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Morris passes to Jokic. Morris looking over the floor. Back to Jokic. He feeds it to Morris. Denver passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Throws it up high, and it's McGee with the jam.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
George dishes to Beverly. 16 feet away, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Morris passes to McGee. Morris trying to free himself up. Here's Jokic. A shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. And stolen by Gordon. It's stolen by Morris. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. George with the ball. There's the pass to Zubac. And he gets the bucket.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Morris kicks to McGee. Passes it to Jokic. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Morris. The shot by George, wide open. A miss that time, would have put him up. Denver in the lead. Porter dishes to McGee. Back to Porter. Over George. And it's sent back by George.
Terrific focus from George there. Reading the shooter the entire way through. A great shot block.
Back to Leonard. From deep. Here's Morris. Pass to Zubac. Beverly up top. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And part of what makes Kawhi such a great player is that jump shot. You can't just worry about him attacking the basket.
Morris finds Jokic. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Morris for the 3. Jokic passes to McGee. It's stolen by Morris. And now the fast break. George with the ball. They get it back.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
And it's McGee with the jam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Green is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Rivers. Then there's Bull. And it's Harrison in at the 1. Here's Bull. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Rivers against Kennard. Inside. Back to Jackson. Again, Los Angeles.
You uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
Bull the pass to Green. Feeds it to Millsap. That's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. From outside, off the mark.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Back to Jackson. He dishes it to Batum, and he comes up with the deuce.
Boy, that's big-time concentration from Batum. Able to battle his way through contact and still get the finish.
And here's Rivers. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Gordon goes in, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Gordon no good on the free throw. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Cousins turning defense into offense with his activity that time.
1:57 left in the first half of basketball. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
George finds Leonard. Outside for George. Three-pointer. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now a 10-point Clipper lead.
He can certainly stroke it from deep. The three-pointer is not a shot that George is going to pass up.
Morris dishes to Porter. To halt the run, and finished off by Porter.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Leonard on the wing. There's the three. That shot no good. And it's Denver the other way. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. The feed now to McGee. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubats. Clippers leading by 8. Pass to Cousins. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Beverly kicks to George. This one for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Outside Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Look at Gordon knife through that defense, getting ahead of steam on his way to the basket and flushing that dunk home.
The pass to Leonard. Porter with the steal. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for JaVale McGee.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Floats it up for Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
George with the bounce pass. Down low. Nifty move. Puts it up from 15, and it's Leonard missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid. He's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. Leonard looking over the floor. In the corner, George with it. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Kennard for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Starting slow in this half. 0 for 3 so far.
Porter kicks to Morris. Now the dish to Millsap. The game now all time. Millsap's got 4 this quarter.
And, you know, Millsap ready to shoot anytime he's close to the basket. Gets it off before the defense can react.
Jackson is doubled. Passes it to Patterson. Kennard on the wing. Guarded by Porter. Man passes to Kennard. And the Clippers miss again.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Pass to Jokic. Ball stolen. The open shot by Kennard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Gordon finds Millsap. Out to Morris. 5 on the clock. Jokic makes it off the glass. Jokic has got 6 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Kennard, the pass to Batum. And it's sent back by Jokic.
You know, this is what we've seen Jokic do every night. I mean, he puts himself in position to make an impact on the game.
And here are the Nuggets now. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Outside, Porter. On the wing, Gordon. To the middle, here's Millsap. Jokic trying to free himself up. Great D that time from Batum. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Jokic. JaMychal Green comes in for Aaron Gordon. Rivers, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Monte Morris. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Green. 1:30 left in the third. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in, and Denver also making a switch. JaVale McGee's checked in for Paul Millsap. Here's Kennard. He has 5. Here's Cousins. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the hand. Good on the bucket. Bulls got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Kennard against Rivers. Looking to get it going. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce at attacking the defense.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Morris, left side. Back to Leonard. Pass to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Kennard for 3. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Ball kicks to Harrison. Here's the lob to the hoop. Deft touch on the alley-oop. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Nuggets on top as they end the third quarter on a 12-4 run. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got JaVale McGee. Monte Morris is out there with Harrison. And it's Green, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And a great move from Morris as he gets it to go. Morris has got the game tied up here for the Clippers. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. Morris outside. Oh, Porter in position.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. On the wing, Morris. Back to Jackson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Morris passes to McGee. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Porter against Cousins. Porter dishes to McGee, and they pick up 2. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
George passes to Cousins. He gets it in there.
And after all that time, finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the fourth quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
And their greatest enemy during that comeback was the clock, but they can finally stop worrying about time and start thinking about how to win this thing now.
Always going up for the alley-oop here, and it's McGee with the jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And George now top of the key. And Cousins kicks to George. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. George has got 4 this quarter.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Harrison scanning the floor. The pass to Porter. He feeds it to McGee. Lays it up off the glass. 16 points for JaVale McGee.
Tell you what, guys, it's a big bonus whenever McGee is scoring like this. Got to keep feeding the big man when he's rolling.
Leonard against Morris. Pass to George to take the lead. Porter pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. The deep 3 from George. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And the Clippers lead by 1. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
LA has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Jackson dishes to Leonard. To the inside. Here's Cousins. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard the pass to Morris. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Morris, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. The Nuggets also changing it up. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Jokic comes in for Green, and it's Aaron Gordon in for Harrison. Morris kicks to Jokic. No good. And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
To the left wing. George from deep three-point land. No good. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. What a show they put. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.